Hey guys, happy Sunday. So this morning I woke up and decided to come to Vegas. So here we are. It's so loud in this parking deck. I definitely should have brought my mic, but this is my first time in Vegas and I'm so excited. I am here for a real estate conference. And I know I don't talk a lot about my real estate investing journey and interest on my YouTube channel, but I just might start because a lot of you have asked me questions about it. This hotel is so massive. I'm staying at Caesars. So big. Alright, so you guys know I have to give you an official room tour. So here's the entrance. Alright, starting with the bathroom. Oh, the shower's pretty big. Is this a double-sided shower? What the heck? It is a double shot. Oh, that's dope. Okay, that's so dope. A separate toilet. That's convenient, especially when you're traveling with multiple people. Hello again. So, we're gonna come out. Oh. Yes, they have an iron, thank goodness. A ton of closet space in here. And here's the second bathroom, which is so convenient. Bathtub with a mirror. What? Oh, we got nasty. Okay. Oh my god, and another toilet and a bidet. We love that. Okay. Now into the actual room. 2 beds. And an amazing view of the pool. I haven't been to the pool yet, but I'm about to freshen up and we're all gonna head down. I'm so excited. As some of you may or may not know, I have a really big interest in buying and selling real estate and how people use real estate to build generational wealth. Out of all asset classes in the world, people will always need housing, so there will always be profitability in the housing market. So BiggerPockets is a real estate investment platform that was created maybe like 10 or 15 years ago by a guy who was really interested in real estate and wanted to create a community where like-minded investors could go to connect with other investors, flippers, lenders, pretty much anyone involved in the industry. And every year they host a conference in a different location. Last year it was in Mexico, Cancun. I went to that one. That was my first time and it was so much fun. This year it is in Las Vegas. Finding the BiggerPockets community has really changed my life. It's allowed me to connect with so many like-minded entrepreneurial spirits and individuals. And as the saying goes, you are the sum of the people that you hang around. And so I just really appreciate the mindsets and the passion and the drive behind the people who are involved with BiggerPockets. So yeah, and they're also a good time. Like they are a ball of fun and they really like bring me out of my shell as someone who identifies as an introvert. So I'm so excited. It is a 3-day event. Last time I definitely needed to take a nap or two because as an introvert, you know your energy is depleted the more you are around people. But anyways, I just got to the room. I'm about to hop in the shower, freshen up a little bit, and then probably head down to the pool. I think a lot of us, oh wait, I didn't even check into the conference. I need to do that. Totally forgot. Thank you so much. Is this all I need from here?
Yeah, so if you go down that hall, there's a...
Perfect. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. We are all checked in and ready to go. It's time for the pool. I need some vitamin D. I am all checked in, have my official badge and my official swag. I don't know where all my friends are at, so I need to find them. I met up with a bunch of my investor friends at the pool, and after a couple of hours, we went to the opening session where we were greeted with some bubbly. Chris Voss kicked us off with a presentation on the art of negotiation, and then we all headed into another room for light bites and a ton of networking.
The energy given is the energy received.
Okay, so I just came back to the room. My feet are killing me. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I did not pack flats on this trip. And the only pair of flats that I did bring were flip-flops that I actually broke. So I'm gonna be in heels for the next 3 days straight. So pray for me, pray for my feet. But anyways, it's about 9:30, which would be 12:30 a.m. East Coast time, and I'm pretty tired and I feel like I've done my fair share of networking. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to stay out a little later. Tuesday I'm gonna try to stay out a little later, but I think for tonight I might need to call it a night. But all in all, I feel like it was a pretty successful first day. Talked to a lot of people, had some very inspiring conversations. I feel like in this industry it can be really easy to feel like you're not doing enough, especially when you're surrounding yourself with people who are doing so much or seemingly so much more than you. But you have to understand, or at least I have to understand, I'm still very young. I'm doing this all by myself, and I'm only one person and I have like 15 other side projects that I'm working on, and so I can't compare myself to other people, and I really have to be proud of my own individual journey. But I really appreciate being in environments like this because it just inspires me and keeps my motivation high and kind of lights the fire under my butt when sometimes we get kind of bogged down on our day-to-day schedules and we kind of forget the reason why we're doing all this in the first place. And so I feel like coming to conferences and surrounding myself with other entrepreneurs, other business owners, other real estate investors kind of it serves as a reminder for me. It is day 2 of the conference. As an introvert, going to conferences is kind of difficult for me because it does take a lot out of me, like energy-wise, but I'm hanging in there. We just finished the first keynote speaker and now we're heading out to our breakout sessions. I'm going to a session that's going to be talking about how to scale your portfolio and scale your real estate business, especially in today's climate and market, so that should be really exciting. I feel like a bottleneck that I've been hitting in my real estate business is just kind of like moving forward and trying to figure out where to go next, and having a little bit of analysis paralysis when you have access to so much information. There are just so many different facets of the real estate industry that you could be involved in, and when you surround yourself with people that are doing so many different things, it's easy for me to get intrigued by, you know, flipping, by renovating properties, by being a passive investor, syndications. Like, there are just so many options, and it's like the more you educate yourself, the more curious you become, and it can kind of distract you from focusing on your mission and your vision. So with all that being said, I'm hoping that this breakout session will give me a little bit more clarity on what I need to focus on to scale my real estate business. Even though I'm a little bit low on energy, I'm still feeling really, really good, and I'm having a great time. And someone actually recognized me from YouTube. I vlogged my BiggerPockets conference experience last year when it was in Cancun, and I put that out on YouTube and someone recognized me from that video. So hopefully someone will watch this video and it will inspire them to go to next year's conference, which I don't know where it's going to be yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to announce it at the end of this conference.
And this, to me, is the absolute best way that you can protect yourself.
I had this incredible opportunity to play in the NFL, and you know, place kicking is not the most stable profession.
Hey everybody, hey Big Black. Thank you for showing up.
I'm taking a quick social break in my room. It is 6 o'clock. I've pretty much been out socializing, networking since like 8 a.m. this morning, so I'm sure you guys can guess that I am mentally exhausted, mentally drained, but I've been learning so much and making so many amazing connections. I think the hard part about going to conferences like this is figuring out what to do with all the contacts that you've gained and all the information that you've gained. So I find that it's helpful to come to events like this with a goal in mind, with a clear vision, so that you can kind of block out anything else, all the other nonsense, all the other noise that don't align with what your goal is. So for example, if you know you want to buy a large multifamily property and you know you need funding, you come to an event like this to find private money lenders. So you know your goal for coming to a conference like this is talking to as many lenders as possible, talking to as many hard money lenders, as many private money lenders as possible, people who are interested in investing in large multifamily properties. If you're investing in a particular market, let's say you're investing in New Jersey, you know your goal is to connect with as many people who are either local to New Jersey or also investing in New Jersey as possible, so you can get an understanding of how they are doing their deals, how they're funding their deals, what their experience has been like in the market, etc., etc. One of the speakers that is a part of the BiggerPockets community, Dave Meyer, who's actually the host of BiggerPockets now, I really align with his business model. He is not one of those gurus who's going to teach you how to buy, you know, a $500 million property and tell you that you're going to be set for life just from doing that. He is kind of like a slow and steady wins the race, one rental at a time kind of investor, and he still has a W-2 job, which I appreciate. Again, a lot of these gurus will tell you, you know, quit your W-2 job, quit your 9-to-5 and go all in real estate, and that methodology doesn't necessarily work for everyone. So I picked up his real estate strategy planner, which I'm super excited to kind of dive in and put pen to paper and really write out my strategy, write out my vision for my scaling my investment business. And I really think that this planner is going to just help make my vision a little bit clearer. Sometimes if you keep everything up here, it can all kind of get lost in translation. So I've kind of flipped through the pages a little bit, and it already seems like it's very tactical, very step by step, which is how my brain works. So I'm excited, and I got it for free. They sent out a message. The first 300 people that showed up to the bookstore today got a copy, and I was one of the lucky winners. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into this. Quick little outfit change for the night. Something simple, classy. We are just going to dinner, so I don't want to do too much. So yeah, I'm heading down, meeting some of my girlfriends for dinner, some fellow investors. I think we're going to a Thai spot, so yeah, gonna Uber there, probably gonna Uber back since we are not eating at Caesars. And I don't know if I wanna go out tonight. I'm pretty exhausted. Like, my bedtime is typically 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I think it's going on like 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So my clock is running down, guys. I don't think so. Is this regular? It's officially the last day of the conference. It is 8 a.m. I'm exhausted at this point. I'm so tired. I haven't had a full night's rest in like 3 days, but it's okay. We're up and at 'em. I'm going to an 8 a.m. session with the CEO of Furnish Finder. Furnish Finder is a platform where you can post your properties that already have furniture in them for people to live there for months at a time. It's not necessarily like a long-term lease, but you can find people who are looking for properties to stay for a long period of time, but it's just a platform for people to find housing that is already furnished. I just finished my last session of the day. I've only been to the pool once since being here, so I'm about to take this time to just lay out in the sun, probably take a nap. The closing ceremony is tonight at 6:30, so I'll probably spend like an hour or two by the pool and then head up to go get changed for the closing ceremony. The closing party was at Dre's nightclub, just a short walk from Caesar's Palace, and I must say, if you do come to BPCon, going to the closing event is a no-brainer. It's where everyone really lets loose. We have officially survived BPCon 2025. A time was had. I am exhausted. Probably didn't go to bed until like 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I got like maybe 3 hours of sleep because we came to the airport all together. My friend's flight was at 7, my flight is at 8, so we figured we might as well just come at the same time. But ultimately, an amazing experience. They announced the location for next year, and BPCon will be hosted in Orlando, Florida next year. So as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next vlog. Bye!